Здравствуйте!
Hello! With ever-increasing war rhetoric from both North Korea and US, what would it actually take to start the war? What interests do two sides have? Binkov already spoke on the overall US and North Korean options in a previous video. You can access it via the link above. Since then, several pieces of information have surfaced. The ICBM missile they have been developing has actually been test-fired twice. That points to a somewhat mature design, which could indeed be used in a war if need be. US Defense Intelligence Agency has also recently revealed a report where they claim North Korea has successfully produced a miniaturized nuclear warhead. Such warheads can fit inside ballistic missiles. Another recent intelligence report estimates North Korean nuclear arsenal at 60 warheads. Previous estimates were at a dozen or 24 warheads of unknown miniaturization level. Most recently, North Korea said it may fire 4 IRBM missiles near US territory of Guam. They also claimed weapons would fall 30 to 40 kilometers off Guam. If actually fired, such event would show several things. For one, Hwasong-12 arsenal is more numerous if they can fire 4 at once. So far, missile has been tested once and is considered as only starting being developed. Its precision may not be that great if North Korea itself says impact point may differ by 10 kilometers. If actual war started, a successful impact of a conventional warhead 10 kilometers away from the intended target may mean nothing was hit. Guam itself is not very large. If North Korea does go to war and goes after Guam, what US forces would be in danger? There is a US naval base. It houses Submarine Squadron 15 with 4 nuclear attack subs. It is also a headquarters of 7th Fleet's Marine Expeditionary Forces, as well as temporary home to many 7th Fleet ships. Dozens of US vessels may be moored there at any time. US Air Force has the Anderson Air Force Base, which is usually a temporary home to several squadrons of bombers and fighter jets, as well as permanent home to a logistics and support unit, air mobility squadron, and a helicopter sea squadron. Guam also houses some US Army personnel, a token ground defense force, as well as air defense and ballistic missile defense batteries. While Guam is permanent home to some 7,000 US military personnel, many more are rotated in and out of service there. It is likely that US Navy, Air Force and Army personnel in Guam are currently numbering around 10,000. Problem for US defense is that Patriot batteries are not designed to defend against high-speed missiles such as Hwasong-12. The single THAAD battery might fare a bit better. It has been tested against somewhat slower medium-range ballistic missiles. This year, there was the first test where it engaged an intermediate-range ballistic missile. Such missiles would be used by North Korea if it tried to reach Guam. Best bet against such missiles would be Navy's SM-3 missiles, being a part of Aegis system with a ballistic missile defense upgrade. Several ships equipped for the job are likely to be stationed around Guam. Since no one ever tried defending against multiple ballistic missiles, it is impossible to tell how well could US defend. Korean barrage of a few missiles at once may be stopped, judging by the past effectiveness of SM-3 and THAAD tests. But if Korea manages to launch a dozen missiles or more at once, there is no telling if some would be able to sneak past and hit their target. As mentioned, if precision of Korean missiles is indeed such that they may miss by 10 kilometers, conventional warheads would be next to useless. Nuclear warheads may be needed then, but even they would need to hit several kilometers from the target to be really effective. Plus, nuclear weapon use is something that would possibly end the North Korean regime. The fact North Korea did not threaten South Korea, nor US forces stationed there, but has explicitly threatened US sovereign territory of Guam, points to North Korean desire not to be drawn into a conflict involving South Korea. While US has many more bases and soldiers in South Korea, and while North Korea could easily harm more US soldiers by attacking them there, such a move would also inevitably risk drawing South Korea into the conflict. And a large-scale war where North would have to fight both the South and US is not something Northern regime would likely survive. As usual, feel free to subscribe, and if you really like my videos, you can support me via the above link through the Patreon crowdfunding website. And if you'd like to see a specific pair to be made into a video, hop over to my website using the link above. and there you can submit pairs you'd like to see as well as vote in my monthly poll, deciding which videos will be made. And remember, Binkov may talk about hypothetical wars, but only real peace can bring us all together.